don't have much time left. Life is shorter than we think, and many of us waste it on things that don't matter. We get caught up in distractions, laziness, and excuses, convincing ourselves that we can always start tomorrow. But time doesn't wait for anyone, and every day we delay is a day we'll never get back. If you feel like you're not where you want to be, it's time to face the truth. The clock is ticking. You might have big dreams, ambitions, and goals, but what good are they if they're just sitting in your mind? They won't come to life on their own. You've got to act now before more time slips away. Think about what you want your life to look like in the next few years. Where do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? Now ask yourself, are you moving towards those goals, or are you just thinking about them? There's a big difference between wanting something and working for it. The idea of someday is dangerous. We tell ourselves that someday we'll start that business, write that book, or get in shape, but someday usually turns into never. Before you know it, years have gone by and you're still in the same place wondering why nothing has changed. The reality is you're not guaranteed tomorrow. None of us are. That's not to scare you, but to make you realize how valuable today is. The time to start is now. Not next week, not when you feel ready, but right now. Start small if you have to, but start. Whether it's working on a project, building a skill, or improving your health. Take the first step today. Stop waiting for perfect conditions because they don't exist. Life will always have challenges, but that's not a reason to keep putting things off. When you start now, you're not just taking action. You're building momentum. The more you do, the easier it becomes to keep going. You'll start seeing results, and that'll push you further. But none of that can happen if you stay stuck in the cycle of procrastination. It's also important to recognize what's holding you back. Are you afraid of failure? Are you worried about what others will think? These are common fears, but they shouldn't stop you. Everyone faces setbacks and everyone starts somewhere. The only way to succeed is to push through those fears and keep moving forward. Another thing to keep in mind is how you spend your time. Are you using it wisely, or are you letting distractions eat away at your day? Social media, TV, endless scrolling, they all take up precious hours that could be spent on something meaningful. Ask yourself, is what you're doing today getting you closer to your goals, or is it just a way to pass the time? If you want to make a real change, you've got to prioritize. Focus on what's important and cut out what's not. This might mean saying no to things that waste your time or changing habits that aren't serving you. It's not easy, but it's necessary if you want to make the most of the time you have left. Finally, remember that your future depends on what you do today. The choices you make now will shape the life you have later. Don't wait for some magical moment to get started. Take control of your time and start building the life you want now, before it's too late. At the end of the day, you have two options. You can either let time slip away, or you can make the most of it. The choice is yours. But remember, you don't have much time left. Don't waste it. I'm Yo OB.